Hey, what's up guys? It's Spartacus here. A few days ago, someone asked me in the comments if I could do a list with the best starter dinos in Ark. And that's what we're doing today. Top 10 starter dinos in Ark, based on my preference. But before we start the video, I have an announcement to make. Yesterday, the channel reached 1,000 subscribers. It was a crazy month, and I did not expect to get this fast to 1000. A few months ago, I was considering not giving YouTube a shot ever again, and here we are. Wow! I guess you guys are stuck with me now. A big thank you to all of my subscribers and viewers. Now let's get back to the video. I'm going to consider for the list only the creatures with the saddle unlocked before level 35. In my mind, after level 35, you kind of start to move away from the early game stuff. So, no Pteranodons, Sabertooths, Baryonyxes, and sorry guys, but no Crystal Wyverns. Keep in mind that the list is from the perspective of a guy that plays mostly single player. Okay, let's see what we got here today. Number 10. The Dodo. Starting off with the little birds. You can find these guys almost anywhere on the map. If you just started off, you can either kill them for XP or tame them by knocking them out with your fists. After knocking them out, you just feed them some berries. Once tamed, they are a good source of eggs, for either kibble or just for nourishment. Now, a more brutal use for a dodo is to use it as a distraction to escape predators. Just throw it towards them and hope you can get away in time. Sometimes it might make the difference between life or death. Number 9. The Dynamicus. The fluffy raptor, one of the coolest creatures in the game, but unfortunately found only on Valguero and Fjordur. You will have to steal eggs from the nests of wild Deinonychuses, but once you manage to get one, it will instantly become your new travel mount. The Deinonychus can jump and do a little glide, and they also take no fall damage. They're also able to climb vertical surfaces. Being a small carnivore, they can jump and latch onto big creatures and attack them, while also having the ability to apply a bleed debuff that deals 0.3% of the enemy HP over 7 seconds. Debuff that is stackable up to 5 times. And the cherry on top, the pack boost, combined with an alpha roar ability. Incredibly good movement and decent DPS capabilities make the Deinonychus not only a great starter tame, but one of the best tame in Ark overall. Number 8. The Iguana Dog. Another great travel mount, owed to its famous ability to run without using stamina when it is in its 4x4 mode. It has a decent weight, an ability to turn all berries in inventory into seeds, and some decent fighting capabilities. The wiki also recommended it as a biotoxin farmer for Aberration map, stating that it gathers mass quantity of biotoxin. Quite easy to tame with Ebola and then Trank arrows, it really is one of the most versatile early game mounts you can get. Number 7. The Equus, another great travel mount. This one is tamed passively, using either carrots or mayo berries through a minigame in which you have to feed it while riding. They're easily found on maps like Ragnarok and Fjordur, since those maps have natural spawned veggie gardens. Taming one early is great since they require no saddle to ride and have great stamina. After you unlock the saddle, you'll have a mobile mortal and pestle that benefits from a weight reduction on a lot of resources used in a mortar and pestle. You will also be able to craft the lasso, which combined with the torpor inducing secondary attack make for a great taming method. But you can also just ball a creature from the back of your horse and then start kicking. Number 6. The Moss Chops. Usually my first tame when I start an Ark. It is a great gatherer, especially helping with fiber in the early game, but can be further leveled up in specific resource gathering, such as leech blood, organic polymer, prime meat, prime fish meat, sap, rare flowers, and rare mushrooms. Pump most of his points into melee and he will also be a decent damage dealer, but only when mounted. With no saddle needed to ride and being able to autonomously gather resources when set on wander, this is a perfect dino to have around the base. Number 5. The Raptor. The first dino that elevates you from prey to hunter. Small and agile, the Raptor is one of the first and easiest ways to access prime meat. A great travel mount, able to either kill or outrun most creatures on the map. The Raptor is a great early tame for every survivor, and especially for any tribe, because of the Raptor's pack boost. The greatest quality is how easy it is to actually find them and tame them if they aren't in a group, with a bola and some trank arrows to the head. However, a pack of 3-4 wild Raptors will make quick work of most survivors and their tames. Be careful. Number 4. The Trike. This is the first tame that will make you actually feel safe. A great thatch and berries gatherer. Equipped with a frontal shield, the Trike is great for both combat and grinding resources. Tame it by shooting trank arrows at its body and then feed him mayo berries. The Trike has a cool charge ability that slows down any enemy in its path. It is especially good since you can travel only using this ability, the Trike regaining its stamina while building momentum for its charge. If you play Scorched Earth, the Morel Tops replaces the Trike on the map, which is even better since you now have a portable source of water, which is really important on that map. Number 3. The Sego. Remember everything I said about the Trike? Well, everything applies to the Sego as well, except the charge mechanic. The Sego is an incredible harvester early game, being able to harvest berries, wood and thatch very efficiently by cycling through its blade modes. The hardened blade mode is especially useful, applying a 50% damage reduction, making the Sego a great damage soaker. Now, the best part about the Sego is that it can be used throughout the whole game. If bred correctly and level up, they can be used for bosses, especially on Aberration, where there are no Rexes. I feel like the Sego is an underrated creature, even by me, but today it takes the 3rd place. Number 2. The Parasaur. Your first travel buddy. The Parasaur is the perfect workhorse for a starting survivor. With a decent weight stat and movement, good berry gathering capabilities, and a scare ability for smaller creatures, and the ability to detect hostile creatures, the Parasaur really makes the life of a survivor easier and safer. After the early game, it can be used in turret mode as protection for the base, scanning for enemies, or, if paired with an Argent, can be used to find Thylas in the Redwood or the ever-elusive Phoenix on Scorched Earth. Last but not least, it can be used to scare off wild Dynamicuses away from their nest, making the process of stealing an egg much easier. And number 1. The Maywing. By far one of the best and most useful creatures in Ark Survival Evolved. Introduced in Genesis 2, but available on both Lost Island and Fjordur, the Maywing is a great early tame gatherer, having a 50% weight reduction for both berries and raw meat. And it also gathers fiber, which is crucial early on. But let's be honest, the best part is the ability to glide, covering great distances at an impressive speed. True, it's not simple to tame, since it will take off after your first arrow's shot. But the key for getting a high level one is to first tame a low level, that you can trank down with 2-3 shots, and then use it to follow the high level one while trying to knock him out. The Maywing is also famous for his ability to lay eggs of all qualities, and the ability to be used as a portable feeding trough for baby creatures, while also being able to pick them up. This can be exploited, and you could steal babies from other tribes using the Maywing. So there you have it, guys. My top 10 starting creatures. What is your favorite dino in the early game? Personally, I have a soft spot for the Trike and the Sarco, which is my favorite creature to explore the ocean with early on. And I do hate the Raptors. I know they're very popular, but I just hate them. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And see you in the next one. Spartacus out.